the world of DeFi, there's lots of different products that we use, and one of the main ones revolves around lending. Now, in DeFi, lots of lending occurs, but most of it is collateralized, and essentially what that means is the user has to kind of put up some collateral, and maybe in the form of ETH or Bitcoin or kind of whatever asset really, and you can kind of borrow against it. That's pretty much how a lot of protocols work with their borrowing and lending mechanisms. Well, today we're going to talk about uncollateralized lending in DeFi, and we've got a new product that we're going to talk about. So let's get straight to it. Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Wajaha, and as I just mentioned, we've got a new product that I really wanted to talk about today. It's called Ribbon Finance. So Ribbon Finance has been around for a while. They have their product already revolving their option vaults, but now they've got a new product and it's called Ribbon Lend. So let's get straight to it. No, let's jump straight into it. Ribbon Finance. I don't know if you guys have been to this platform before or checked it out, but it's a very good platform. I think at its peak, it had a TVL of around 300 million. Now it's kind of settled down, especially with the drawback of the market. But a lot of people are still using it, and it's a very interesting protocol. Now, they have all of their different option vaults at the moment. If you're interested in covered calls or put options, then you can definitely check some of these out. They are also on Solana and Avalanche, but predominantly on Ethereum. So they've got a new product. It's called Ribbon Lend, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So Ribbon Lend, uncollateralized lending. Well, how does it work? Well, typically you kind of had to put some collateral down in order to get a loan. Well, what Ribbon Lend are doing they are providing uncollateralized loans, so you can kind of deposit your stable coins and just earn directly from someone kind of borrowing your money. Now, who is borrowing your money? That is the question, isn't it? And at the moment, they've got two different kind of organizations, or two different funds essentially. We've got Wintermute and Folkvang, and these are two different KYC institutions that you can directly lend to. So they are the beneficiaries of this because they can get this under collateralized loan directly from you. Now, it's a little bit different to Aave because Aave offers a similar kind of thing as far as I'm aware, but those loans are locked. You cannot just withdraw from them whenever you want. Here, we can provide a loan. We can loan to these two organizations directly, and whenever we want, we can kind of withdraw our money. The other thing is that there is some insurance built into this. So let's just quickly talk about it, or let's quickly go to one of their documentations and just kind of read up on a bit. So essentially they say, Ribbon's generation 1 structured products, the covered calls and put sellings have done really well, and now they've introduced Ribbon Lend, which is uncollateralized. They describe as an uncollateralized Aave, allowing depositors to lend unsecured to KYC'd institutional market makers of their choosing. And yeah, it's pretty good because you get high yields, no lockups, and of course built-in insurance. So yeah, how much can you earn? Well, that's a good question. It's an important question. You can see here the kind of APRs we're getting is around 7%, which yeah, is pretty good. Now that is just a supply APR. At times there will be a Ribbon Rewards APR. So when I was having a look at this before, this was around 12%. So definitely some area to kind of earn a decent amount, and you can see here 12% there as well. Let's just kind of go down this article. So they say built-in insurance, 5% of the interest accrued every second in a pool is redirected towards its insurance pool, which is used towards repaying lenders in case of borrower default. So the kind of longer we go, the more these pools will fill, and I think that's kind of a good thing because we kind of want more insurance. So what is it all backed by? It's backed by Credora. I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with Credora. I think it's good for all of us to go and do some reading on how Credora work and how they work with their institutions for uncollateralized loans. But essentially, they have a number of different borrowers and lenders that they work with, lots of money involved. And Credora has helped facilitate $785 million in loan and monitors almost $4 billion to date. So a lot of centralized finance and traditional finance, centralized finance and decentralized finance kind of combining together, which I think is really cool. So yeah, to conclude, Ribbon Lend is RBA for unsecured credit. And yeah, I think this is pretty good because, you know, we can kind of lend to these institutions directly. We can earn higher APRs, and look, you can see the APRs have kind of increased back now because we've got some ribbon rewards now as well. We can directly lend to them. They don't have to offer any collateral. They can get their under collateralized loans, and yeah, I think that works pretty well. Now, how do you actually go about doing it? Well, again, you're going to have to see whichever institution you want to lend to. So obviously do some reading if you want to lend to Wintermute or any of the other kind of institutions. You just kind of have to click on it. You could do some reading here. Definitely go to their website and, you know, read up on them, what they do, how they work, etc. So you can see that Folkvang are a quantitative trading firm and liquidity provider across all crypto markets. They probably provide liquidity to centralized exchanges and all sorts, really. Definitely do some reading on it. And once you're kind of familiar and ready to kind of do so, all you can do is click deposit. And you need to have USDC. This is USDC lending. So, and of course it's on Ethereum as well, so bear that in mind. And you know, if you have $500 or $1,000, whatever it is, all you need to do is click permit. You'll have to sign your MetaMask and then deposit. And when you deposit, you will directly have your balance in here, and you'll be able to claim your ribbon rewards as well. As you can see, there is a small amount. The current APR is 7.4% in the supply APR, but then you've got the 4.5% in the ribbon rewards, which kind of gives you that total APR of around 12%. So earning 12% on the stable coins, lending to some of the largest institutions in this Web3 space, plus having some level of insurance as well. I think that's a pretty good deal, to be honest. Yes, it's not 20% like Anchor, but you know what happened with Anchor, don't we? So I think this is a fantastic product. Let's really see how it develops over time. I think it's going to be a popular one for sure. So I just wanted to kind of show you that under collateralized or uncollateralized lending, I should say, lend to institutions with the highest quality credits. Pretty interesting. I like to see the combination of traditional finance and DeFi coming together. This is just the start of lots more development coming to the space. Let's see what happens in the near future. That's all I've got for you today. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back with another video soon.